Let's talk about the double empathy problem. This term arises mostly within the context of neurodiverse relationships. Now, I feel that the double empathy problem is one of the most complex challenges faced in relationships, and it's important to describe that this is a relationship where one individual is neurodivergent and the other individual is neurotypical. And being in a neurodiverse relationship can mean that one partner may have autism, ADHD, dyslexia, or a combination, and the other partner may not, or that both partners may have a combination. The double empathy problem challenges the traditional view that neurodivergent individuals have a deficit in empathy. Now, instead, it proposes that difficulties in connection in neurodiverse relationships can stem from a mutual lack of understanding rather than a one-sided deficit. These differences seeing the world and in cognition can lead to a breakdown in communication and understanding. Having an awareness of the double empathy problem can shift the perspective and change the narrative to that of a mutual gap in understanding, which means that connection difficulties are a two-way street rather than an issue solely lying in the neurodivergent person. We can understand and celebrate the importance of recognizing and respecting different ways of being and communicating, and it can encourage us to adopt a more inclusive approach to day-to-day ways of relating, where neurotypical and neurodivergent individuals can make efforts to understand each other's viewpoints. In essence, the double empathy problem emphasizes that empathy is a reciprocal process that requires efforts from both parties. For neurodivergent individuals, communication may involve more directness and literal interpretation, while neurotypical people may rely on implied meanings and social nuances. By acknowledging that neurotypical people also need to adapt their communication styles, we can foster environments of mutual learning and empathy. Keys to overcoming this are to be conscious of defensiveness or perceived defensiveness, avoid jumping to conclusions, and to understand and honour differences. One phrase you may hear is that of making reasonable accommodations for difference and striving to be creative with how you approach things. With the knowledge of the double empathy problem and a willingness to be open and curious, neurodivergent relationships can thrive.